Hello and welcome to this episode of Making Connections, the BattleCON analysis show where I, your host, Marco De Santos, try my best not to do so badly at BattleCON Online. In the previous episode, we played some Alexian, and some people have requested that I play Cesar. So I guess it's kind of appropriate since we just played against the Cesar in the last episode. So without further much ado, we'll play some Cesar and we'll talk about more strategies and tactics behind them when we get to the game. Alright, welcome everyone back to the game. It's my Cesar against Marshigans. Marshigans?
I suppose.
Marshigans' Rexan. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. So I am a slow boy who deals a decent amount of damage, and Rexan has a lot of damage mitigation and stun guard himself. A lot of this matchup is probably going to be me trying to skirt around Malediction, which is this card over here that prevents Rexan from taking more than 3 damage. That's not going to be good for me, especially when my damage beats are super predictable, but we'll have to see. So I could do the usual Bulwark Burst, but the problem with Bulwark Burst is that he has Malediction. He has Malediction, Overlord's Drive. He has a bunch of stuff that's really dangerous for me to deal with, so we're definitely not going to try to do that. We might just dodge on this beat, actually. Like a Phalanx dodge. Because I'm pretty sure my opponent's always going to play around the inevitable. Alright, so we're going to do a Phalanx dodge this beat.
I shall.
Go to threat level 2. Hopefully escalate everything. My opponent will not have dodge in their hand. Yeah, there was the clash. So before, I definitely cannot retreat. So I definitely have to corner myself or not.
Well,
I probably don't want to corner myself. So we're going here.
closing on target.
So my opponent's line of play should be pull me to the center and then just cross one. Yep, there you go. Wants to keep Cesar in the center.
Away with you.
Ooh, now that's interesting to me. So we'll see. Will Rexan dodge? That seems decent to me if Rexan dodges. So I could definitely inevitable drive right now. Yeah. And the only way that Rexan gets out of it is if he does Overlords or Unyielding. Malediction, specifically. So when we clash with that, what do I do?
Intriguing.
I could burst, or I could shot. Yeah, I'm definitely safe if I do that. So this gets rid of the one thing I'm really scared about, which is the Malediction. So if we clash, I'm fine. Fast. This is probably going to be a dodge, though. No, it's not. Excellent. So I'll definitely advance one. Since I ignore guard, it doesn't matter how much stun guard you have.
Target.
Yes, I definitely get the curse. Bada bing, bada boom. I deal a lot of damage. And now you have less power next beat. But now I have 2 curses. This is unfortunate for me. This is probably going to be a Malediction. An Overlord's Malediction, specifically. That's 6 priority. There's no way I beat that. So here's my strat. We play Fueled Suppression, go to threat level 4 on this beat, get that soak, and then just spend all the things. Since Devastating is down, there's not actually a lot that my opponent can do. yeah. Field Suppression.
Ready.
Definitely a good play. So a lot of people would try to spend this beat trying to hit Rexan, right? And that's a good way to go about it, but I have 2 curse tokens right now and he has access to Malediction. So there's no point in me trying to fight that. Instead, I might as well just accelerate my threat gain and at least be at threat level 0 next beat instead of being at threat level 4.
Such power.
Yep, definitely gonna go for the bonus power on him. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna save that force. Hopefully it's Malediction. Yeah, there you go. It is indeed exactly Overlord's Malediction. I take 0 damage.
Not bad.
And I don't even get too many curses. That was a good beat for me.
Be undone.
Nothing. So I could choose to retreat 1 space. It's probably not what we want to do. We're staying here. Okay, now we're threat level 0, and we can actually do some stuff. So the biggest threat my opponent can do right now is playing Grasp on me. If my opponent grasps me, he deals 0 damage. 2 damage, I mean. But then I have... So Unstoppable Strike is pretty good here. So I'll do Unstoppable Strike anti a curse. That way Rexan can't stack curses on me. So the big thing about this matchup as well is that you... Well, not just this matchup. Against Rexan in general, you basically don't want to eat too many curses. So by antiing a curse, he doesn't give you a curse. And that's pretty good. So I think this is a good play. I think the only thing that beats me is actually Grasp. And if I do get Grasp, I only take 1 damage. So there's so much for me to gain and so little for me to lose. And when you're playing a game like BattleCon, you have to understand that you have to take your worst case scenarios and compare which one's the worst. Sure, this loses to Grasp, right? But the worst case is I take 1 damage. Big whoop, right? Big whoop. 1 damage? That's nothing. Pass. So this is probably... Ooh, there's a Grasp. See, so this is the worst case scenario. This is literally what I didn't want to happen. But what's gonna happen to me? I take 1 damage. Big whoop.
Prepare yourself.
It's not that bad, right? Now I'm threat level 1 again. And I could just do Phalanx Shot right now. There's not much that he can do, right? He can Devastating Strike, but that's not going to be enough. Especially because I am threat level 1. So I don't think there's actually anything he can do against this. Oh, there's the Vainglorious Strike, which I would trade evenly-ish against. I think Phalanx Shot is the play. I definitely think Phalanx Shot is the play. Okay, so it's my opponent bursting. Yep, there's the Vainglorious Strike. I read this as well. It's fine. You know, I'll trade like 2 to 4. Not a bad deal.
Prepare yourself.
So I take 4. Do I want to advance all the way to the end? No, I just want to take center space. Oh no! Ah, my mistake.
Target.
I should have advanced 2. So that we would trade 4-4. That was my mistake. If I lose by 2 life, that's my mistake. So it's probably not going to be a Malediction this time, right? Probably not. But if I do this, I actually have no way of hitting my opponent next turn. So that's not good. No, we bulwark first.
Indubitably.
If it's malediction, that's fine. Definitely need to anti a token right here, because if it is malediction, I'll go up to 3, and we don't want to get to three curse tokens ever. Yeah. Indubitably. Malediction? No, it's a dodge. Okay. It's probably fine. So where does my opponent go? Advance 3.
Back. Now.
Okay, so here's what's gonna be in my hand, right? So I definitely need to be 1 space closer. So I might as well be 2 space closer.
Well. Closing on target.
This is not good for me. Yeah, I get it back. Is the big deal. So I'm threat level 3 right now. My opponent will probably just play this. That's 5 priority. We could, in theory, do this.
How quaint.
Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna be a mad lad? I might as well be a mad lad, huh? Am I really insane? You know what? I have a strange feeling that it's just going to be the Overlord's Malediction again.
Such power.
So I'm going to anti this curse. That way the Overlords doesn't... That way I don't get more curses this beat. Then I'm definitely going to anti-power. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so where are we going here? I have to drive my opponent. Can my opponent clash it? Actually not. I don't think my opponent can actually clash it. Because he'd need to have exactly 3 priority, which he doesn't have. Because all of his... I am a god. I am a god of this game. Oh my goodness. Devious. Alright, I get Overlord's Grasped, but that's okay. I do still take 4 damage. That's still a decent trade on Rexan's part, and that's a... Yep, I get pushed 1 space. Oh, I take 3 damage only. Sorry.
Closing on target.
I am a actual...
My turn.
That was such a good read. In my mind, that was such a good read. And now, even better, my opponent has power -2 on this beat. I'm just gonna do an Unstoppable here. That way I get Soak 3. Because I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna get hit by, 0 Hour? Oh, okay, I'm not getting hit by 0 Hour. I'm just gonna get hit by Devastating Strike, Anti-Power. Devastating Strike, Anti-Power is... Okay. So therefore, we wanna do... this. So if my opponent doesn't do a shot, it hits, and then if it's Devastating Strike, it still gets clashed. I think this is the play.
So be it.
Yeah, I think this is the play. because this has the chance to clash my opponent's attack out. It also has the added benefit of just not eating a strike, which is good. Okay, now it's either a drive. You know, if I was reading a Devastating Strike, I should have definitely just... that is a mistake on my part. I should have definitely just gone for a slower dodge. That would have worked entirely. So now I'm just going to eat Devastating Drive, aren't I?
Orders.
Devastating Drive is 3 priority. What card do I want the least? Probably Suppression. So that's it. We're eating a Devastating Drive. There you go. And that's not bad. I'm soaking 3 of this damage. So I'm only taking 1. Sorry, I'm only taking... Yeah, I'm only taking 1.
Well,
I can choose to not move. I probably want to be at range 2.
back.
So what's the worst case scenario here? Not a lot, actually. I could get shotted. But the worst shot I'm getting is a power 3 shot.
Indubitably.
So if I Phalanx Burst, I'm actually safe. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that.
Understood.
Phalanx Burst, definitely not a bad play here. I should anti-power.
Such power.
Okay, so my opponent anti-power, I have to anti-stun guard in response. Because this shot will definitely stun me otherwise.
Come in.
He has stun guard himself. That gives me the room to anti-power. I kind of want to get my opponent down to 3 health so that I can drive and kill him. Okay, we'll see how this beat turns out. Enervating shot. Alright. I mean, it doesn't matter where I go, so I might as well go to the center.
Back.
So my opponent will hit me for 4. Then I'll hit back for 4. We probably don't want to move.
You too suffer.
Oh, sorry, I hit back for 3, right, because enervating. Because it's enervating. Okay, this is going to be annoying to deal with, because if this hits me, it still hits me. So an inevitable shot is actually decent here. I don't think there's a way for him to stun me. Nope. Rexan doesn't actually deal a lot of damage. But ideally, we go to range 1, right?
Indubitably.
So I could get, like, Overlord struck. So Overlord's Malediction deals 4 damage. Yeah, I probably just shot here.
I see.
Definitely anti the curse. And definitely anti-power.
Such power.
So I definitely anti the curse. I will definitely anti-power. I will definitely anti-stun guard.
Brace for impact.
Overlord's Mallet. Yeah. So I'll have 1. My opponent will have less power next beat.
Is that all?
Yep. Ooh. Why did my opponent pull me one space? Now I can bulwark suppression. I'm actually not understanding. Does he just plan to kill me? That could also be entirely possible. So what dodge is my opponent doing? So a 3 prio dodge. So if I can play fueled... Fueled drive works, right? Oh, but if we clash, then what happens? He just gets dodge next beat. Fueled suppression. So we play fueled suppression. This way, even if I die this beat, my opponent can't stun me. Because remember that your unkillable stuns you when you would die. But if you're at threat level 3, you have stun immunity, so you don't die. So in this situation, Rexan can only dodge. So Rexan has to clash my fueled suppression, is essentially what this boils down to. But I can make it harder to clash by anteing a curse. This is such like next level plays. There you go. GG. Great game, Marchiggins. Because now my opponent can like advance into me, but at most my opponent will stay at range 2 because he can pull me 1 and then he can advance 2 to go to range 2, but I can just advance 1 and get into his face and kill him. So I think this is game, unless I'm completely mistaken. Huh, he doesn't even deal enough damage to kill me. That's funny. That's funny to me. Alright, I don't even die. Great game!
I have a promise to keep.
Alright, so that pretty much does it for this game. Let's move on to the post-game analysis. Alright, so that was a very, very fun game. I played some Cesar into Marchiggins' Rexan, and like I said earlier on, that matchup is basically determined by my ability to play around Malediction. I didn't get hit by a single Malediction when I didn't want it to happen. The only time where Malediction hit me in a situation that wasn't ideal was during that last 3 beats where I got hit against a Malediction that made it so that I couldn't kill Rexan on that beat and had to like keep playing. Because if Malediction had not hit that beat, I would have actually killed Rexan with almost any single one of my attacks. So in the end, I think I played that matchup really well, actually. I'm actually pretty satisfied with the outcome. I stuck to the game plan, I knew what I had to do, and I played around everything. I even got a few good reads to boot, especially that inevitable grasp, reading the opponent's Malediction, and then driving into an unbeatable drive was just chef kiss amazing. So thank you so much for suggesting Cesar to me. I would love to play more characters, and please just suggest more characters for me in the comment section down below. I know some people want to see some Marmely, maybe some Anath, but do tell me what you want to see. And as usual, thank you so much for watching. If you love this video, give me a like, comment, or subscribe to the official Level 99 Games YouTube channel. And if you hated this video, share it with your closest enemy. Without much else to say, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget your special actions, and thank you, Roll of Indians. Thank you, and good night.